It's so strong, in fact, that... Just kidding. Hello and welcome back to our self-isolation studio. Now obviously a lot has changed over the past few weeks. It's getting kind of heavy. Fortunately, smartphone makers are still here to provide us with shiny new technology that should, at the very least, provide us a welcome distraction. Or just something kind of cool to look at. Now today we have the Huawei P40 Pro, the Chinese smartphone maker's new flagship blower that it will use to go up against the likes of the Apple iPhone 11 Pro and Samsung's S20 Pro. So, how does it fare? So Huawei has really been putting effort into the look and feel of its phones, and the P40 Pro is a stellar example of that. It's solid in the hand, and we're really digging how the phone glints in the light. The silver model in particular is super good looking. Elsewhere, you get a typically standard design layout. There's a USB-C port down the bottom of the device, the speaker grille, and a camera unit bolted onto the back. It's so strong, in fact, that... Just kidding. Now elsewhere, you get a fingerprint reader under the screen, which is rather snappy to use. The screen is a 6.58-inch quad OLED number, which means it is pin sharp. Now we have long gone past the point in actual pixel ratios meaning anything anymore. Seriously, no one has eyes that good. So I'm not going to bother doing the math, but trust me, this screen is plenty sharp. It is edge to edge too, with barely there bezels. There's no high refresh rate mode on this phone, which is a little bit of a letdown given Samsung's S20 does 120 Hz, but otherwise it's light, bright, and large enough for casual Netflix binge watching. Under the hood, you get a Kirin 99 5G processor, a decently sized battery, and speedy fast charging. You also get the latest version of Wi-Fi 6, which should at least make everything run a little bit faster. Now on to the main event. Huawei is proud of its cameras. It spent at least half of its launch banging on about them.
Today on P40, we bring you the most powerful ultra vision like camera. P40 Pro quad camera, the ultra wide thin camera, and with this leading camera lens technology, most powerful intelligent front camera. With this most powerful, most sophisticated the camera system on the Huawei P40 series, we can take you amazing photo, amazing video.
So what's so special? The sensor. Huawei has totally rebuilt the little camera sensor so that it can take in more light. Now more light means better pictures, as the saying goes. The P40 Pro has a 50 megapixel main snapper with some very interesting artificial intelligence that is meant to keep your pictures looking crisp and clear. Now does it work? Well, I couldn't really go outside to test it. Hashtag stay at home. But in a word, yes, absolutely. There is a 12 megapixel, a 5x telephoto lens with optical image stabilization and a 40 megapixel ultra wide. The selfie camera has been improved drastically this time around, and the P40 Pro now rocks a 32 megapixel snapper on the front. And my, is it sharp. Take a selfie and you'll be able to pick out every individual pore on your face, if that's your thing, I guess. Now last year, Huawei was banned from working with Google, and it lost access to Google Play services such as the App Store, YouTube, and Gmail. But don't you worry, says Huawei, because it has its own App Store, dubbed the App Gallery. Now it gives you a load of different apps, including homegrown favorites such as Dubizzle and WeGo. And there is an interesting little app called Phone Clone, which does let you port over old apps from your phone to your new one. Elsewhere, Huawei has a new digital assistant called Celia, which sounds more than a little bit like,
"Hello, this is Siri."
Then there's a host of cool features such as multi-screen collaboration and the ability to plug the phone into any old computer and have it open mobile content. The new P40 then has all the bells and whistles one might expect from a 2020 flagship. It looks fantastic, it runs well, and we really can't fault anything to do with those cameras. The only niggle here is the lack of Google services. After all, side-loading apps isn't for everyone, and not everything works as well as planned when ported over. But if Huawei can get a lot more of our favorite apps into its app gallery, Facebook and Twitter aren't there for example, then this phone is really going to be the one to beat for 2020. Thanks for watching, and I do hope you will come back and hit that subscribe button. And in the meantime, stay home and stay safe.